Good morning, everyone. It's good to see you all. I'll just give you a bit of background on me. I'm not generally great at selling myself, much like Alan and Greg. We're at One Nation. We're developing relationships amongst ourselves, and we're realising that we're all just genuine, authentic people. None of us intended to become politicians. We've all just felt an inherent sense of moral obligation to just step up and have a go, which is why we're here. Firstly, I'll thank RDA and Stand in the Park. You guys and all the other groups, the freedom groups, have gotten together over the last couple of years. I think with this election, more so than any time in recent history, education is the most important thing. People have taken a bit of proactive approach to learning about the governance of our country and how they can affect change, and I think that's just fantastic to see. Yeah, alright, so a bit about me. I'm a local boy myself. I'm born and bred in Garfield, actually born in the Warragul Hospital, went to school at Warragul Tech also. I've been in Queensland the last 10 years. I moved back down last year. I was up there with Defence. I posted up as a combat engineer. Last year, 2 years ago, I transferred to Army Reserves and worked in North Central Queensland coal mining. I'm a single father, I have an 18-year-old daughter. When the company I work for decided to mandate vaccination, I decided that I wouldn't stand for that, so I publicly vocalised my discontent for the erosion of sovereignty in the workplace and of the individual. At which point I was stood down. I couldn't drag my daughter around. She was completing year 12, so I wanted her to get that finished. As soon as she completed at the end of last year, lockdown was lifted. I couldn't get down here to see my parents. All my family's down here also. So I brought my daughter down. We moved back down with the intention to engage Pauline Hanson's One Nation party, and as soon as we got down, we did that. So for me, it's more than just the erosion of our freedoms and the abuse of our constitution that we hold dear, that's supposed to protect our rights. We need to look beyond this. I'm an optimist and I see an end in sight, I definitely do, but we need to look beyond this at economic recovery too, and I think that's what separates us from a lot of the other freedom parties. I think there's an element of responsibility. Pauline feels an inherent sense of responsibility to all Australians to make sure that we do have economic policy and social policy to recover ourselves from this situation. It's not just about getting our freedoms back, we need to look after our economy, and I think last week's rate rise is an indicator that we are potentially about to face some tumultuous times ahead, and it may be time to tighten the belt and stop splurging money around like the majors have been doing for the last couple of years. So feel free to come up and speak to me. Sorry, I'm a little bit under the weather today. I've got up and tested this morning. I don't have the spicy flu, but I'm just campaigning's catching up with me a little bit. So feel free to come and say hello.